Oh, yo, reading Hunter x Hunter now? Hunter? Where's the chapter? At 418. You know what 418 means? It means we might only have one more chapter to go after this. Oh, shit. I open the chapter. First thing I see is Tserriednich doing this. So, Tserriednich chapter, it's gonna be like the other Tserriednich chapter we got before, where we can see his whole plan, roll out his point of view from his shizzle, from his ability. Let's go. Let's go. Enter Zetsu. Then close my eyes. Or enter Zetsu while my eyes are closed. Either way, the ability activates. I see vision up to 10 seconds into the future. While I'm seeing these 10 seconds, only an instant passes in reality. In the ephemeral 10 seconds that everyone around me perceives only as a blink of my eyes, yeah. Right after my 10-second vision, if I open my eyes, those 10 seconds I saw start playing out in real life, okay? A little bit of a nice recap for the people who forgot. It's been a while since Tserriednich last did something. Been like 4 years maybe. After a lot of testing, the rules I've confirmed so far are I can't change anyone else's situation from seeing future. Yeah, he cannot touch anything. They continue with their like wax figures, including their clothing and hair. I can't even play dirty, like slipping something into their clothes. Okay, that's interesting to know. You can slip something into their clothes. Okay. I could change the locations and states of objects, but I wasn't able to use anything to directly hurt, mess with, or doodle on anyone. I can take something someone was already holding, but I can get ahead of them and take something they were about to pick up. In that case, they continue acting as if they actually picked up that object. Okay, that's interesting. Time? It's 2.92 seconds. Damn it, hit a plateau and can't reduce the time any further. I tried to see if I could intentionally direct the sequence of events before I saw the event for 10 seconds to create a specific feature I want to see, but it's just not working well. So you cannot manipulate the future as well as he wants to. Bring me some water from the fridge. Yes, sir, right away. I love Salkov too. He's just so funny. Like, he doesn't know what's going on, he just goes along with what Tserriednich is doing. Maybe he figured it out. Maybe not. Closes his eyes. Tserriednich sees Salkov doing his thing. Here you go, thanks. Opens his eyes. Yes, sir, right away. Take the order. Goes to get the water. Okay, now he grabs the water beforehand. Already has it in his hand. Salkov thinks he has it. Here you go. There's only one left in the fridge. I'll go get some more. Okay, so Salkov even thinks that whatever Tserriednich saw happened. Okay, I don't think that was something that we knew certainly yet. At least I did not have that in my head, so it's nice to get it's just nice to get a little recap on these powers because the powers are going to be very important to the story going forward. So good to get everything in our head. He thinks he gave me that one bottle that was in the fridge. That means my ability is working normally. But when I try to put the line, "Give me some water" inside the ephemeral 10 seconds too, it doesn't work. No matter how hard I try to tell myself I'm going to tell Socks to get me water and close my eyes, I don't see a future in which I say it. Okay, so as soon as he closes his eyes, the future is set. You need to say it beforehand. Interesting. These I really like this page too, man. Just no text whatsoever. A lot of smaller panels of Salkov doing his thing, Tserriednich doing his thing. Nice page. Like a lot happens in only page worth of time. That's Hunter x Hunter for you. I guess that means there's a limit to how much I can bend the future to my will. So my ability has a restriction that it can only let me see what happens after something I've already done for real. Well, it's only level 1. I can't ask for much. I'm sure this is an ability that will expand the more I use it. Not certain about that myself. Sokov still thinks I'm there after the ephemeral 10 seconds passes in reality. This is because I've maintained my Zetsu this whole time. That one time my Zetsu got interrupted by the Hunter Melody's ability. Without that, I might have been able to watch what Theta would have done, still thinking that she shot me. If I had kept my Zetsu, what would Theta have done? Well, no point in speculating now. Towards the bottom at Sokov's head. This panel of Tserriednich looks really cool. Tokashi, man. He got the artwork. He got the character artwork. He's good at that shit. Oh, we're actually going like really deep into what Tserriednich can see with disability. Whether the door stays open or closed, as long as I continue in Zetsu, the guys in the living room, just like Salkov here, will keep thinking I'm in training. Whatever I do while in Zetsu goes unnoticed. This is such an... Oh, shit. Okay, now I immediately understand how Tserriednich managed to escape Benjamin's whole ordeal because, bruh, when he's in Zetsu mode, he just becomes basically invisible. It's like, what is it called again? Like Meleodon. God's plan. Was that called? I don't think that's called God's plan. God's plan. Like God's alibi or something like that. It's basically Meleodon's ability. Wow. I need to figure out how far my ability goes. For now, I know for sure that all of Room 1004 is under the ability's influence. Yeah. Seeing that whole devil looking guy, like not this horse Nen beast, but like the jester devilish looking Nen beast. I already thought that this was the case, that the Nen beast is sort of like a camera through which Tserriednich sees the future, and also only what Tserriednich sees with the Nen beast. I'm just gonna read, probably gonna explain it anyway. I feel like the Nen beast stands at the point where I activate the ability like an antenna. It affects a spherical area around it with a radius of X. This is probably why the farther I get from the starting point, the more I get this horrible static in my ear, similar to bad receptions. Yeah. If I leave this area, I get too far from the Nen beast and the spell is broken, ephemeral 10 seconds, and the world that continues after it disappears and reverts back to reality. That's my current hypothesis, so he hasn't tested it yet? If this is true, an outside observer won't be affected by my ability. My power only works within this limited field X. Yeah. So when Benjamin killed him, he basically escaped that way because that area is big enough for one room. As soon as Tserriednich got out of this room, time moved as usual. Maybe that's what Salkov saw. Maybe Salkov saw Tserriednich running away. I want to go back to the chapter now. They're probably going to reveal it in this chapter anyway. I want to go back to the chapter now because I have a feeling that everybody's head was to the wall and stuff, but Salkov was the only one in the middle of the room, you know? So he would have seen Tserriednich run away. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm dumb. Only 5 pages in, I'm already so intrigued, man. Holy moly. Next page. Yeah, again. Well, I just need to use this power to change reality. I will become king and make the entire world mine. Bro, you're fucking so insecure. Don't know what for. Actually, I do know what for. Because you suck. But you're just insecure. That's why this ability got conjured. Because you cannot trust anybody. That's why you need to see the future. You're afraid of being killed. Because those people do want you killed. What did Theta want to do? She wanted to shoot your face. Just like Benjamin. He ain't so different from your brother, bro. This is because I've maintained my Zetsu this whole time. The one time my Zetsu got interrupted by the Hunter Melody's ability, without that I might have been able to watch what Theta would have done, still thinking that she shot me. So his vision stopped there? Okay. Didn't think about that. Special martial law has been declared. Special martial law has been declared. Okay. So, yeah. We were in the past, and now we're here. Thank you, God. It's perfect. Not even a sudden alarm disrupts my Zetsu. My Zetsu is unshakable by any unexpected outside stimulus, besides pain. Besides pain. If I bump into something, I'll lose Zetsu. Using this association to reduce my sensitivity to pain was incompatible with Zetsu. That means Zetsu's technique that erases your presence while heightening all senses. Yeah, that makes sense. Your Highness, I've mastered Zetsu's stability. Now all I need is speed. Dear God, I'm grateful for myself. Lol. Okay, yeah, and right now he's still in Zetsu. Zetsu hasn't been broken after the special martial law alarm has rung, and everybody still thinks that Tserriednich is just standing there closing his eyes. I really wonder, like, what did Tserriednich's corpse disappear after Benjamin murdered him? Or like, what did Benjamin actually feel sensation when he hit Tserriednich? Because eventually he just stood on his face, you know? Mysteries. The first Princess guards are demanding we open the door. If we don't respond, they'll force their way inside. Yeah, they're gonna do that. Zetsu. Oh shit. So now Tserriednich's releasing the Zetsu exactly in the place where he was standing, and now nobody will notice that he was moving and stuff. This is such an overpowered ability, though. This is such an overpowered ability. This Meleodon, like, this might be... I'm not sure if this is stronger than Meleodon or not, but definitely a really, really strong ability. Holy moly. Leave them until they force their way in. But do as they say. Put all your weapons in one place and surrender. Keep your hands up and don't resist, no matter what. Hurry. Yes, sir. Salkov, sir, give me your gun, huh? I'm about to die, but tell everyone exactly what you saw. Yeah, that's that one scene. That was a good ass scene, by the way. Good ass chapter, bro. This arc is so good. Same panel used of Benjamin shooting. That was a good ass panel too, by the way. Like when I opened the chapter to that panel, I was amazed. You can see that in like 2 videos ago, maybe previous video. Good ass panel. Hey. I think it was previous chapter even. Whoa! I didn't even need to provoke him with his gun. With this gun, I figured he'd rough me up a bit more before finishing me off. Hey, Tserriednich? I agree. From from knowing how what Benjamin is like, from knowing what his relationship towards Tserriednich is like, that's what I expected too. He roughed me up a bit more before finishing me off. Sheesh. Well, I knew he hated me. He's in a hurry because he has to finish the whole thing and kill the rest of the princes now that he used up. Now that he used the ace up his sleeve. That pisses me off. Spend more time on me, you idiot. I think it just really. It goes both ways, you know. You would expect Benjamin to be a little bit more sadistic towards his brother, like torture him a little bit. And also interesting that Tserriednich only wanted the gun because he just wanted to make Benjamin kill him. So in a way, because if Tserriednich actually pulled the gun, I think Benjamin would have been more suspicious. You know, it's like, yo, why are you pulling a gun? Because we know, I know you have Nen, I know you have shit. Why are you pulling a gun and not using your Nen? So this is in Tserriednich's favor because Benjamin is now not realizing it. Okay, we're now seeing Benjamin's squeeze, step on Tserriednich's face. Well, yeah. So he isn't actually stepping on anything, he's just seeing something. Just sensing and seeing something. He's in a hurry because he has to finish the whole thing and kill the princess. Rest of the princess now that he used the ace up his sleeve. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why he isn't able to spend as much time on Tserriednich as we expected. And as I would have liked. Nah, he did. No, whatever. Let's keep reading. If I continue Zetsu in here, I'll stay dead. Everyone affected sees me with my head blown apart. But my Nembis use my aura as fuel. While I'm in Zetsu, it consumes the aura it stored previously. It consumes the aura it stored previously. Once that's spent, the Nembis loses its power, and this field disappears. How long its battery lasts should be proportional to the time I spent outside of Zetsu. Say the Nembis charges with a time ratio of 11 to 1. Okay, random ass number. That's what I've been using to balance my training and time spent testing things out. Okay. And if the Nembis started charging when I first noticed the ability, it'll last about another 3 hours and 48 minutes, give or take. That's a lot of time. Bro, Tserriednich is just gonna be running around the the boat or something for the next 4 hours. That's a lot of time. I wonder, I forgot about how much time it would take for Camilla to die. For Camilla to die would take like 3 days, right? With the poison and all. And Benjamin's death, I'm not sure about anymore. It's not a good idea to linger here in Zetsu for too long. In fact, I should bail ASAP. If that idiot realizes my death was faked, Salkov will be interrogated first, at least. I doubt the Salkov was already taken by Benjamin, if I remember right. I thought the order "don't open the casket" would fly during the succession battle. But as long as that idiot thinks he's killed me, nobody will try to open the casket. Yeah, that makes sense. Once the casket is safely delivered to Dad, he'll understand this is my strategy: maintain neutrality and refuse to publicly admit to anything. On the other hand, he won't cover for me if any prince tries to verify my death. Oh, I love that stuff. Not that Tserriednich's realizing that, but just like the whole nature of the succession battle, Nasubi being neutral in that sense. Like if somebody asked him, yeah, he would snitch on Tserriednich because that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. After I deactivate the ability, people would be under the impression that I've been executed by that idiot for maybe a few days at most, an hour minimum. I can't afford to waste any time. People would be under the impression that I've been executed by that idiot for a few days. At most. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because people would be a little bit more skeptical, like, yo, just to be safe, is Tserriednich really dead? Like, they would ask for confirmation. Makes sense. Still, I have to move carefully. Once I leave the room and reach the limits of the antenna, my ability will be deactivated. If I run into any of my people or those idiots who think I'm dead, I'm done for. I'll have to anticipate their movements and avoid those routes. They're grabbing the non-existent corpse. Oh yeah. I better prepare a will, and I can't leave the coffin empty. I guess I can stuff it with some guns. Hmm? The weight of the body, the smell of the blood and guts. How could this be an illusion? Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So he's really sensing everything. Salkov's so funny. He kind of looks like if Patrick Star from SpongeBob was a human, you know? Tserriednich chilling, writing his will. That will magically appear. Because he did say he can move objects in Zetsu. There's so much going on, by the way. I desire no funeral, nor a posthumous naming ceremony, nor a send-off. I reject all viewing requests. My sole desire is for an honest, truly unified country. Lol. Signed, 4th Prince Tserriednich of the Kakin Empire. Bro, everybody hates you. This is so fun, though. We're just gonna be able to see how Tserriednich reacts. Like, how people would react to Tserriednich dying. Because a lot of people want Tserriednich to be dead, you know? We're gonna see Theta's reaction. Maybe we're gonna see Borgson and her entire squad's reaction. That would be interesting. Everybody has wondered that once in their life, right? Like, yo, what if I would die right now? How would my friends react? How would my family react? That kind of stuff. And Tserriednich is a fucking awful person, so it's gonna be kind of like a Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Future type shit, you know? For him, for his Scrooge self. The reason for no fuse is due to the inclusion of the clause in case he was killed by the first prince. Ah ha ha, he wrote in his will like if Benjamin kills me, nobody can see me. But that's a good, yeah, that's smart thinking, you know? Because otherwise people would be like, yeah, why no viewings? But like his relationship with Benjamin is rocky. People probably know that. Makes sense. And Stalkov also kind of looks like Buzz Lightyear. Maybe Buzz Lightyear just looks like a human version of Patrick, I guess. In that case, I was expected that the body would be mangled beyond recognition and the casket would remain closed to preserve the dignity of the deceased, exactly. Oh boy, it wouldn't have been pretty if the guys who brought in the casket had stayed. I thought I understood if my hypothesis was wrong, it would be fatal. It wouldn't have been pretty if the guys who brought in the casket had stayed. Not sure what that means exactly. I hadn't found out yet whether anyone who comes in from the outside after the ability activated would be brought under the spell. Better work on that too, yeah. Okay, that makes sense, that makes sense. Because he isn't sure about that. Like if somebody comes into the area, would they also be under Tserriednich's mass hypnosis? It's kind of like hypnosis, right? Because everybody doesn't realize what is going on in regards to Tserriednich. He loved this country and chose a difficult path for the benefit of its people. We must respect the wishes of the prince and let him go in peace, okay? So he's storing a bunch of guns. I'm not sure why he's storing a bunch of guns in there though. Is he planning to enter the casket? I forgot about that. But even still, like why do you need 10 billion fucking guns? What are you gonna do with that? Don't you only need like one or maybe like three in case two don't work, I guess. Okay. Wasn't there something you could have done to save him? If only you had shielded him with your own body. Things could have gone differently. Isn't that right, Salkov? Don't be insane. Oh, I love that panel of Tserriednich just watching. Don't be insane. First Prince Benjamin would just have one less round and there'd be one more body to deal with. With all due respect. Who is he promoting himself to? This bastard. Where were you when it all went down? Careless conduct during martial law is prohibited, as it could present the subject to unnecessary danger. Furthermore, the first prince fired his weapon right after entering the room, meaning it was impossible to respond. That's not what I'm saying. What else is there? You just want to pick a fight. Tserriednich's shooting is very interesting because he I don't think he can hit anybody, right? That's what the whole fucking shit at the beginning of the chapter was about. He cannot hurt anybody while in Zetsu. Oh, he's even shooting bullets at the other dude. I thought he was gonna shoot bullets at Salkov. Like, what is up with this fucking butler dude? What is his intentions here? Really weird. We need to focus on fulfilling our duty in the royal army. That's what 4th Prince Tserriednich wanted us to. You sure got over him quickly. I hope you find some other petty official you can kiss up to. Like, yeah. Knock it off, you're permitted talking about the will only. I'll arrest you over sedition. Shut up. Disgraceful, Captain Van Dyne. Wanna switch with Salkov? Yeah, exactly. This dude is so weird. Captain Van Dyne? I always like the character though, because he kind of has like this evil look to him, like a lot of Tserriednich's butlers. Like, not a lot, but like at least two, including him. But yeah, he's just weird. Like, why are you doing all this? Tserriednich's probably thinking, bro, you didn't even care about me that much, or like, what are you doing? Why are you using my death to basically prop yourself up as some kind of superior butler guy? Weird. But Theta, we're happy to see her. We've checked everyone in room 4. They all match the roster. Good, get over here, okay? Theta's back, hands behind her head. You're permitted to move freely within room 4 only. All firearms and items designated as dangerous instruments will be confiscated. Yeah. If the entrance door opens from the inside without a signal knock, it will be regarded as an attack and a mop up operation will commence. Okay, makes sense. Respecting the fourth prince's wishes, his body will remain here until 6 a.m. tomorrow, and a wake will serve to replace the funeral. In accordance to the will, the transfer of the coffin will be done by Salkov only. Okay. Also again seeing the Tserriednich tattoo guy. Interesting character. The restrictions mean I can't steal hats or clothes of the royal army either. I'll have to hide my face and bust my way out. Was there? Oh yeah, there was a restriction. You cannot touch somebody's clothes and stuff. So he just put on his own casual wear. Kind of the shoes he's wearing kind of look like those that Kirwa always wears. If anyone sees my face out there, they'll check the casket. I have to make it look like some random thug went rogue and escaped. Okay, the billions of guns, putting them in his stylish bag. Cool outfit though. I think it's crazy. Like, I'm going to this next page and it's still not the end of the chapter. That's crazy to me. Ready? Hoo-hoo, have a gun. The Royal Army will take the confiscated weapons to the Central Justice Bureau on Tier 2. That bird brain is probably on his way there to make it the seat of his military and political power. That's true. There's no going back now that martial law has been declared. He'll press on until the rest of the princes are killed. He killed me quickly, without much provocation, so he must be short on time for some reason. He'll take the shortest route to Tier 2. Wow, so much text, bro. Hanner. I like the little chibi Benjamin with the bees on his face. Usually when we move below Tier 2, like this stuff, I get why this stuff is here, because it just makes the story make more sense. It's like, oh, Tserriednich is so smart, he's moving this and that way because he knows what is going on, but also I don't really feel like reading all that, Like it did, I think, personally, I think it does not need to be included, or you could include it in a much less convoluted way, just like say like, okay, yeah, just make it simple, but I'm gonna read all of it anyway, but not on the reread, I think. We can use pages A, B, and C. Soldier Mafia heads use B, Royals, VVIPs use A, General Passengers use C. The only way for General Passengers to enter the Justice Bureau is through the central entrance on Tier 3, but Royals and VVIPs have separate entrances on Tier 2. There are separate entrances and passages for Royals for all public facilities. By the way, feel free to skip me reading this because whatever, it doesn't even matter, sorry. For Royals, for all public facilities, and it's designed so that it is the shortest route. Okay, that makes sense. Of course, the VIPs get the shortest routes and the best entrance and such. Entrance A is the ideal way for the military to secretly take over the Justice Bureau. But, considering what must be done after declaring martial law, it's definitely faster to move a big group through C toward the central entrance and proceed from there. I'm sure that Birdbane is heading to Tier 3 with his men and the Royal Army through Route C right now. Route B will have quite a bit of firepower deployed to wipe out the Mafia. Char and CU heads are probably detained already, and the Mafia-exclusive back route will be closed. That's the route the Royal Army is most wary of. So I'm only left with A. And, yeah, Tserriednich is spitting. He did indeed say, like, about the Mafia being wiped out and stuff. Yeah, that stuff is absolutely happening right now. Mafia being detained, back routes will be closed. Yeah, that happened. Well, Lucius did escape somehow, and I think Zhang Lei probably escaped too. That I don't. It wasn't the prince's will. If you break it, that'll be your second time. Oh, she the second time. I advise against it, Theta there. The only thing you'll see while the ability is activated is my guts. Are we gonna see Theta crying? That'll be crazy. By the way, this is really random, but there's one like artist on Twitter and on Tumblr, I think I found most of her art on Tumblr, but like there's an artist who does a lot of Tserriednich and Theta art, bro. Their art is so good. Wish I remember their name right now though, but yeah, they're good. Look up Theta and Tserriednich fan art, maybe you'll find her. Interesting facial expression on Theta. Can she see me? No, that's not possible. Yes, because she came from the outside, of course. Yeah, I thought so. That made me nervous for a second, Theta there. You might be the only one who could sweep me off my Zetsu. Ah, shit, bro. His love for her is so interesting. Fuck Tserriednich though. Fuck his relationship with any woman, but like it's so interesting. Oh look, I'm a masochist after all. Getting a cold shoulder is kinda hot. Such a weirdo. Better get going. Time to start this escape adventure. First things first, bro. This is so fun. Nah, this is fun, right? This is really fun. I just love Togashi's presentation too, like how he's using Tserriednich's glasses to be like a symbol for the entire character right now. And I like that one panel being a little bit more sketchy too. It's really nice. Theta being kind of sad is so interesting too. But like, oh yeah, that's basically the whole what Theta and Borgson and all those guys are about, right? Like, they care about Tserriednich, but they understand that he needs to die. But yeah, it's not like they enjoy killing him necessarily, but it's just what they think is the right thing to do. And yeah, Theta definitely didn't see Tserriednich because she would have said something if she saw like a dude with a gun, with a shit on his head, black glasses, mask on, all that. Getting the cold shoulder is kind of hot. And I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, cool chapter. I'm really glad that we got this kind of chapter because I was afraid that I thought the previous chapter was gonna be this chapter, but yeah, it makes sense to do it now too, as long as it's all in the same vicinity. I'm going back right now. Is first Benjamin real also an illusion too? And if this isn't real, what about them? Is everyone here seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Oh yeah, okay. That's what I was talking about. Salkov saying that's shit, but there's other people looking in the same direction as him, so it's not like Salkov saw Tserriednich leave or dodge anything or whatever. At least I think so. Then this chapter, like this new chapter, the previous chapter, and the chapter before that were some of the best chapters in Hunter x Hunter, man. And chapter 415 as well, if I remember right. 416 is Benjamin going after Camilla, and then at the end, killing Tserriednich. And then the chapter before that was martial law being declared. At least that's how the chapter ended, but what was happened before that? I forgot, man, but I remember it was being good. It was good. Another. At least one more chapter to go, and it's gonna arrive next week, so I'll see you guys there. Oh wait, I have to look at the comments still. Also gonna look in the joke art, the Discord server. Okay, nobody said anything. Somebody said peak Hunter x Hunter chapter A. Is he wrong? Is there a lie in that statement? I do not think so. Reading the comments. Tserriednich is the most talented Nen prodigy we've seen so far. This guy didn't even know about the existence of Nen a week ago, and I was giving Nen lectures about his ability without any help from anyone. Like, you say this, I get what you're coming from, but Meleoron though, like, he was born, he was 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, he had all of that shit covered. God's alibi, God's accomplice, I think that's what it's also called, God's accomplice. Like, he had all that shit. Meruem too, insane shit going on. Like, I get what you're saying. Nah, okay, they're different. Because also, like, they're people reincarnated as Chimera ants, yada yada yada. I don't think, yeah, I never expected Tserriednich to be able to basically copy God's accomplice like this. Because from later on, it was definitely easier since he biologically already has like an invisibility power. It's kind of like how Killua was already used to being shocked by lightning, and that's why he could develop a lightning power easier. Well, Tserriednich had no, like, he didn't really have any future sight ability or like future manipulation ability. He did not have anything like that when he was born as a baby, you know. But somebody with a Luffy profile pic called I'm Going to Be a Pirate says this is way too complicated for me. Yeah, man. Gotta go back to One Piece. I love One Piece too, by the way. I want to read this new chapter of One Piece too. Probably gonna be very exciting. That's what I heard at least. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Next chapter might be the last of this batch. If it isn't, it will make me really happy. But if it is, this batch is so good, man. This batch is so go and kill one this batch. Go and kill one, bro. Nobody expected that shit. And then, what else is there? Martial law. Are we gonna see Morena again before this volume ends? Who knows? Probably not, because the last volume was all about Morena and stuff. I'm just so excited, man. I'm gonna end the video here. See you guys later. See you guys next week, and bye bye.